biting December wind howled through the streets of San Francisco, cutting through Tom Wilson's threadbare jacket like it wasn't even there. At 73, he'd been living on these streets for the past 5 years, ever since medical bills from his wife's cancer treatment had taken everything they had. Tom huddled in his usual spot near the Tesla headquarters, his weathered hands clutching a cardboard sign that read, "Veteran, any help appreciated." Most days, the well-dressed tech workers would hurry past, eyes glued to their phones. Tom didn't blame them. He'd learned long ago that invisibility was part of being homeless. That morning started like any other. Tom had just finished organizing the few possessions in his cart when he noticed a commotion nearby. A sleek black car had broken down, smoke rising from under its hood. The driver emerged, looking frustrated and disheveled, a sight that made Tom do a double take. Even living on the streets, he recognized Elon Musk from all the news coverage. Tom watched as Elon Musk paced around his car, phone in hand. "No signal, today of all days," he muttered, running his fingers through his hair. Despite his own situation, Tom couldn't help but feel for the man. He slowly got up, his joints protesting with each movement, and shuffled over. "Excuse me, sir," Tom said softly. "I couldn't help but notice you're having car trouble. I used to be a mechanic in the army. Maybe I could take a look." Elon Musk looked up, surprised. For a moment, Tom saw the familiar flicker of hesitation people usually had when approached by someone homeless. But something in Tom's gentle demeanor must have reassured him. "That would be helpful," Elon Musk replied. "I have an important meeting, and my phone's not getting any signal here." Tom carefully set his cart aside and peered under the hood. The familiar smell of oil and metal brought back memories of his younger days fixing vehicles in Vietnam. His gnarled fingers, though stiff from arthritis, still remembered their way around an engine. "Your cooling system's got a leak," Tom explained, pointing to the problem. "I can do a temporary fix that'll get you to your meeting. Won't last forever, but it'll do for now." Using some supplies from his cart, including his own drinking water and a piece of rubber he'd been saving, Tom worked methodically for 20 minutes. His hands trembled slightly, but his mind was sharp as ever. "Try it now," Tom called out. The engine started smoothly. Elon Musk's eyebrows shot up in surprise. "That's impressive," he said, checking his watch. "You just saved me from missing a crucial meeting. How much do I owe you?" Tom shook his head. "Nothing, sir. Just happy to help. My daddy always said helping others is its own reward." Elon Musk studied Tom for a moment, taking in his worn clothes and the shopping cart containing his worldly possessions. "At least let me give you something for your trouble," he insisted, reaching for his wallet. "Really, it's fine," Tom said, starting to shuffle back to his spot. "Just glad I could be useful again." "Wait," Elon Musk called out. "What's your name?" "Tom Wilson, sir." "Well, Tom Wilson, I don't believe in coincidences. Would you tell me your story?" For the next few minutes, Tom shared his tale, his service in Vietnam, his 30 years as a mechanic, his wife Martha's battle with cancer, and how the medical bills had taken everything. He spoke without self-pity, just stating facts in his quiet way. "These things happen," Tom concluded with a small shrug. "Can't change the past." Elon Musk was silent for a moment, then pulled out his business card. "Tom, I'm going to be late for my meeting, but I want you to go to this address tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Ask for Sarah in HR. Will you do that for me?" Tom took the card carefully. "I don't want charity, sir." "It's not charity. It's an opportunity, one you've earned through your skills and character. Will you come?" Tom nodded slowly. "Yes, sir, I will." That night, Tom could hardly sleep in his usual doorway. He kept touching the business card to make sure it was real. When dawn broke, he used the last of his saved quarters at a public bathroom to clean up as best he could and put on his least worn clothes. At exactly 9 a.m., Tom stood at the Tesla headquarters reception desk, feeling out of place among the gleaming surfaces and well-dressed employees. To his surprise, He was immediately escorted to an office where a kind-faced woman introduced herself as Sarah. "Mr. Wilson, we've been expecting you," she smiled. "Mr. Elon Musk spoke to me about you yesterday. We have a proposition for you." What followed seemed like a dream. They offered Tom a position as a senior maintenance advisor for Tesla's classic vehicle division. His decades of mechanical experience would be valuable in helping them understand how to make their electric vehicles more repair-friendly for the average mechanic. "We'll provide temporary housing while you get back on your feet," Sarah explained, "and your medical benefits would start immediately." Tom's hands trembled as he gripped the arms of his chair. "Ma'am, I'm 73 years old. Most folks think I'm too old to work." Sarah smiled gently. "Mr. Elon Musk believes that wisdom and experience have no expiration date. He was impressed not just by your skills, but by your integrity. You helped him without expecting anything in return. That's the kind of person we want on our team." Tears welled up in Tom's eyes. "My Martha always said everything happens for a reason. I didn't believe her when I lost everything, but maybe she was right." That afternoon, Tom was shown to a small but clean studio apartment near the office. As he set his shopping cart, now containing everything he owned, in the corner of his new home, he noticed an envelope on the table. Inside was a note from Elon Musk. "Tom, your kindness and skill helped me yesterday when you had every reason to turn your back on the world. Consider this a small repayment." Below was a check that would cover all of Martha's outstanding medical bills. Tom sank to his knees, overwhelmed. For the first time in 5 years, he allowed himself to cry, not from sadness, but from gratitude and hope. The next morning, Tom Wilson walked into Tesla headquarters wearing a clean new uniform, ready to start his first day of work. As he passed the spot where he used to sit with his cardboard sign, he said a quiet thank you to Martha. She had always told him that kindness would find its way back to you, even in the darkest times. And there, in the early morning light of a new day, Tom Wilson, formerly homeless, but never without his dignity or compassion, began the next chapter of his life, proving that it's never too late for a second chance when you keep your heart open to helping others. As weeks passed, Tom's experience proved invaluable to Tesla. His practical knowledge helped the company make their vehicles more accessible to traditional mechanics, bridging the gap between old and new automotive technologies. His humble approach and willingness to share his knowledge made him popular among both the engineering team and the maintenance staff. More importantly, Tom became known for his habit of keeping granola bars in his pocket to share with any homeless person he saw on his way to work. "Everyone deserves kindness," he'd say with a gentle smile. "Sometimes that's all it takes to change a life. I should know." Word of Tom's story spread through the company, inspiring others. Soon, Tesla employees began volunteering at local homeless shelters, and the company started a program to train and hire veterans and elderly workers who had fallen on hard times. When asked about his remarkable change in fortune, Tom would just shake his head modestly. "The real blessing wasn't getting the job or the money," he'd say. "It was being reminded that I still had something to offer the world. Sometimes we all need someone to believe in us, even for just a moment, to help us believe in ourselves again." And every year, on the anniversary of that fateful morning when he fixed a broken-down car, Tom would return to his old spot near Tesla headquarters. But this time, instead of asking for help, he would spend the day offering it to others who were struggling, proving that the cycle of kindness never truly ends. It just takes on new forms. His story became a testament to the power of compassion, the value of experience, and the truth that it's never too late for life to surprise you with its capacity for change. Tom Wilson, the homeless veteran who helped without hesitation, had become a living reminder that sometimes the greatest acts of kindness come from those who have the least to give, but the biggest hearts to share.